friends. Happy March. February is finally over. Yay. I don't know about you, but even though February is the shortest month of the year, I felt like it lasted forever. I don't know why. Well, I do kind of know why. It's not the greatest month for me emotionally. Um, but, and it's just kind of gray around here. We've had a very surprisingly mild winter, but it just, it's winter. It's gray and gross. So, but anyway, it is about 11 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, March 1st, and I have already finished a book this month. I listened to A Murder Most Unladylike by Robin Stevens on audiobook this morning. I woke up at like 5:30 on a Sunday. Ugh. And I did not want to get up and turn on lights and all that stuff, but I figured I wasn't going to fall back asleep. So I just kind of laid in bed and listened to this book. And I thought originally it was going to go for middle grade March in the prompt of mystery. However, I think it is a little too old to be considered middle grade. The characters, the protagonists in this book are 13 years old. Hazel and Daisy are the detectives in this, and they are 13. They are students at a boarding school in England in the 1930s. So, and some of the themes are a little bit, to me, in my opinion, a little bit too um, too old, a little bit too old for a middle grade reader. So I would probably actually put this in a young adult category, but like maybe on the lower end, because it like those themes that I feel like are too old for a kid aren't really dwelled on. So they're just there. I don't think like a little kid would really think too much about it, but anyway, so the storyline was really, really cute. These two girls, they have a little detective agency at their school, but it's never been anything like super exciting, like just something gets stolen. So they're trying to solve these crimes. But then one day, a teacher turns up dead, and one of the girls discovers the body, but then when she goes back with teachers, the body is gone. And so they have to basically figure out why this is being covered up, why people are talking like it's not that they're not, they didn't really see a dead body, that this teacher just left suddenly. And yeah, it's really cute how it turns out, and well, not cute, but you know what I mean. Like the way that it's done is really cute for this younger YA mystery series. Like it doesn't, obviously 13-year-old girls can't be officially detectives. So it's fun the way Robin Stevens, kind of comes up with the ending and how these girls basically helped solve a murder, even though they can't really be actual detectives. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars, and it's definitely going to be on my list of series I want to continue. Apparently, Tanya from the Sampler Girl told me that Robin Stevens has a YouTube channel, so I subscribed to her. I've only seen one video so far, but I'm going to continue watching her. She seems really nice and fun. So she apparently has a lizard named Watson, which I find very intriguing. so, so yeah. So that's book number 1 done for March. So now I'm not really sure what I'm going to start with. Actually, yes, I do. That's a lie. I am first going to watch some BookTube because there are some vlogs up from people that I feel the need to watch. And I'm going to do some laundry while I watch those. And then, but after that, if I still have housework to do, I am going to start The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. Kate Howe is doing a read along of that this month, and I am part of the Voxer group for that. And it also definitely goes along with Middle Grade March. So I've read this before, like way a long time ago. So it'll be fun to revisit it and remember a lot of it because I'm sure I have forgotten a lot of the ins and outs of the story. So, but yeah, that is my plan for the rest of the day. I'll check in with you later tonight to let you know if I got anything else read today.
Good. I wish I hadn't read it yet because I just want to read it again as and come to it.
I wanted to do a little doodling today, and I decided to do a middle grade March TBR in my bullet journal. And look how cute it turned out. I kind of did a secret garden type theme since that is one of the books I'm reading. The only thing is I don't know what to put here. I could just do another tall tree thing, which is probably what I will do. But I also thought about one of those little boards that are like this that would say maybe like what my favorite book was for the month once I'm done. So we'll see. I might just leave this blank for now, and that way I can do what I want with it. So I decided I am going to do a book bath tonight, and that will include some spa time. So I'm going to use this for I guess it's a bath bomb, and these are all compliments of my mom for Valentine's Day. And I just now remember to use them. And then I'm going to do a mask that's strawberries and cream, so that'll smell nice. And I'll put in some bubble bath. And one of these, I think these are cute little bath bombs too, but I might try one of these first before I try this in case these are bubble bath. I don't want to be overwhelmed. Hello friends, it is Monday, March 2nd, and we are in the second day of all the readathons that are happening this month. Yesterday, I finished A Murder Most Unladylike by Robin Stevens. It was really cute. I gave it 4 stars. Already talked about it. Today's plan, because I also started this yesterday, is to get through significant amount of The Secrets of Winter House. This is the second in the Winter House series. I don't know how many there are. I think right now this might be the only other one that's out. I don't know if it's going to be a longer series or not. But I'm using this book for the middle grade March prompt of a book with illustrations, because there are lovely black and white illustrations throughout the book. And I'm actually listening to this on audiobook, but I wanted to read along with this book because of the illustrations. And I'm realizing that that is going to be something that I'm going to want to do for pretty much all of the middle grade books that I read, because so many of them have illustrations. So I'm really going to try hard to find paperback or, hard copies of all of the middle grade books that I want to read this month. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so that is my plan, to get a significant chunk done of this one today, if not finish it. I don't know if I'll have time for a lot of audiobook reading today or not. We'll see. And also for middle grade March and a read along that Kate Howe is doing. I'm going to continue in, sorry for these library copies, The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. And I'm trying to, I probably could on an audiobook. I could probably get this done pretty quick, but I'm trying to pace myself since it is a read along and there are other people in my Voxer group that are in Kate's Voxer group that are reading along with us, and I don't want to be like 2 days in, oh, I'm done. So I'm trying to read maybe just like 5 chapters a day. So we'll see how that goes. The other thing that I feel like I can definitely finish today is Under the Hawthorn Tree. And I can't remember who the author is, so you'll see the picture up here. But I'm reading this for the Irish Readathon and Middle Grade March because this focuses on children during the Irish potato famine. And it's actually more, I would say, like a story or a novella, because even on the ebook copy that I have, it's only 134 pages. So, and then I think on Goodreads, it says maybe like 150 some. I'm about 30 some pages in, so I only have 100 pages left. So that might be what I read during work today, on and off as I get a chance, because it's pretty fast. It's depressing. There's already been death. So I'm not sure if I would let a middle grade reader read this, but it does focus on children. So, but yeah, I've been wanting to read this since last Irish Readathon, and I never got to it. So, but I can only read it on my phone. I could only find an ebook copy on Scribd. So that's the plan for today. An Irish Readathon book, and all 3 are middle grade that I'm reading. So, and I think this Secrets of Winter House, I think this could also be used for March Mystery Madness, because the first book had a mystery involved, and I'm assuming that this one will as well. In fact, I'm pretty sure of it from the synopsis on the back of the book. So yeah, I'm still reading for March Mystery Madness, even though all 3 of the books that I have on the docket today are middle grade. So my low-key plan for this month is to read a book a day. We'll see if that happens. I don't honestly think that I will like read an entire book from start to finish every day, but I would like to try to make it to where I finish a book, even if I've started it the day before, you know what I mean? Or 2 days before, every day. So I'm keeping track of it in my regular bullet journal, and then I will hopefully have 31 books by the end of the month. So we shall see. All right, I probably should finish getting ready for work. So I'll talk to you tonight. Bye. Hello, friends. It's now the next day, March 3rd. Sorry I didn't update you last night, but I was just having like a little self-care evening, which included like a face mask and my hair not being very presentable. So, not that that hasn't happened in this before, but I just didn't feel like putting my face on camera last night. So, but update, I did finish my second book in the month, and Secrets of Winter House. This I can use for middle grade March and March Mystery Madness, which is awesome. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. This is the sequel to the book Winter House, and which I read last year for, or no, what did I read it for? Oh no, I read it for Cloak and Dagger Christmas last year. So it definitely has a mystery vibe, and this one definitely had a mystery to it as well. I can't say a ton about it because there would be spoilers all through it, because this book basically just piggybacks right off of the conclusion to Winter House. But it does follow a 12-year-old girl named Elizabeth Summers and her friend Freddie, and they basically live, maybe not full time, but they spend an awful lot of time at this hotel called Winter House. And this follows the second time that Elizabeth goes to stay at Winter House. And there is just some creepy goings on that piggyback off of the first time she was at Winter House. And it is all about Elizabeth's struggles to get people to believe her and to take what she's saying seriously, because she has these feelings, and the feelings are usually correct. So she is just really trying to convince all the grown-ups that she's telling the truth. So, so it definitely has a mystery element to it. I really like this. I'm using this for the prompt of a book with illustrations for middle grade March, because let's find a nice one that doesn't like give a lot of things away. Oh yeah, this one's cute. This one doesn't give a lot away, and I'll put the words off the camera. But yeah, see, these are they're really like quirky drawings. And that, if you're just flipping through it, you might be like, oh, what is that all about? I really enjoyed this. I gave it 4 stars. I probably liked Winter House, the first book, a little bit better, but that's usually how it goes, because you're not sure what a new book holds, and then like the rest of the series, you're like, well, I know these characters now, so. But it was definitely good. It had some creepy elements that I want to say that little kids would be scared of, but I'm a little kid at heart, and there were parts that I was kind of like, that's a little creepy for late at night. Not a ton. Actually, I think Winter House maybe had more of that, just because there was a lot of like, I'm in the library by myself and I'm hearing a noise, that kind of thing. So not like scary, but I could see like if a little kid was reading this late at night in their bedroom and they heard a noise, they might jump and go off on their own adventures to try to figure out what that noise was, when really it was probably just the furnace. But yeah, so that was Winter House, or Secrets of Winter House. I ended up giving that one 4 stars. And now my plans for Tuesday are going to be just to try to finish Under the Hawthorn Tree for the Irish Readathon and for middle grade March. And that is pretty much it. I also probably should try to finish Chamber of Secrets. I kind of put it down and never picked it back up. I mean, it is a reread for me, but I've been trying to read the illustrated editions, and the only problem that I'm finding with the illustrated editions, which I love them, there's not a problem with them per se, but the portability of them is very much lacking. So so Chamber of Secrets stays at home. So if I get home and I've been reading something else all day and I'm like really pushing to get it done, or I just want to keep going in that book, Chamber of Secrets kind of gets, pushed to the side. So that's going to be my plan, I think, for tonight, is to read some more in Chamber of Secrets before I have to take it back to the library, because that's coming up. But my goal for sure is to finish Under the Hawthorn Tree today. I only have about 100 pages left, so it's a pretty short, depressing little read. So, but yeah, that's my plan for today. So I'll try to remember to check back in with you tonight. All right, bye, friends. Hi, friends. I almost forgot to update you. I finished book number 3 in 3 days, which is awesome and amazing. I finished The Hawthorn Tree by Marita something McKenna, Conlon McKenna. You'll see it up here. And it was really, really good, but also very heartbreaking. And I used it for both the Irish Readathon and middle grade March, which it does classify as middle grade reading. But I am not so sure that I would ever want my child, if I had one, to actually read this, because it was very heartbreaking, It was graphic in places. It was violent in places. I mean, this is all like historical fiction, so like based on things that probably had happened during the Irish potato famine. But I think I would just want, at least if my kid was older, I would let them read it for like, you know, just informational purposes probably, but I don't think like I'd want like a 10-year-old reading about it because, people die from starvation and just like attack each other for food and things like that. So it follows three children who basically lose their home to the famine, and their parents went off to find work and didn't come back. So the children basically go off on kind of a wild goose chase to find some relatives that their mother had talked about. And it takes them like probably, I'm not sure how long it took them, but at least a month. So, and it's just all about their journey, basically, and the harrowing things that happened to them. So it was a very difficult read. Luckily, it wasn't long, so things happened very quickly. So, but now I need something lighter. So I was also listening to The Secret Garden off and on today. I'm not very far along in that, but like I said before, I want to like pace myself with it since it's a read along. So I need to come up with something else that I can read tomorrow to try to keep up with my my book a day kind of thing. So, whatever it's going to be, it'll probably be an audiobook. So I think I'll keep with my like physical books for the weekend and just little snippets of that at night whenever I can. So, yeah, we'll see. But anyway, so that's my update for tonight. I will talk to you tomorrow when I figure out what else I'm going to read. It's now Thursday, but I did try to do an update yesterday, and it was like really late when I got home from going to bingo with my friends, and I'd had a couple beers, so it probably wasn't super coherent of me. I mean, I wasn't drunk. Let's not get in that. Let's not go that far. But I was just like tired and probably slightly tipsy. So anyway, so yesterday I finished my fourth book of the month, and that was Eight Cousins by Louisa May Alcott, and it's for the read along that Kate Howe and Megan Hannett are doing this year for the Louisa May Alcott books. So, Eight Cousins follows a girl named Rose who is an orphan, and she has a number of aunts, and she doesn't really want to live with any of them for some reason. Because they're too coddling. She decides that they're all too coddling. She doesn't want to live with any of them. But she does have an uncle, and he takes her in. So it's just kind of about her life with this uncle and being surrounded by all these aunts and cousins. Obviously, there are seven cousins because she makes the eighth cousin. And it's just all about their shenanigans together and growing up together, and how seven boy cousins take to their one girl cousin. So it was really cute. I enjoyed it more than probably Little Men and even Joe's Boys. I think I enjoyed it more. I didn't enjoy it as much as Little Women, of course, but yeah, I thought it was really sweet. It was nice that we followed like one central character, even though there were, seven cousins around her. Um, they I would say that Alcott pulled out some specific boys to focus on, and then we had the focus on Rose mainly. So that helped, because I think the one biggest complaint that I felt and that I heard from other people who had read Little Men was that there were just way too many characters. And Alcott does seem to have a tendency to do that so far. Like, she puts a lot of characters into her books, but I felt like she sectioned off the characters enough in this one that you didn't get too confused on who you were supposed to focus on. So, that being said, let's move on to what I'm going to try to read today on Thursday, which is also my Friday because I will be off tomorrow. Yay! So, hold on, let me get it. I decided to go with the group read today for middle grade March, The Book of Boy by Catherine Gilbert Murdoch. And I was able to join in on Krista and Katie's live last night when I got home from my event. And people who have already read this, there were a lot of mixed reviews. So I need to switch my hands again. What the heck is wrong? I must be gripping my selfie stick really tight. So yeah, there were a lot of mixed reviews on this one, and in the last 2 years, the group pick has like almost been unanimously loved. So I'm really interested to see what I think of this one. And of course, like, and even Krista and Katie said in their live last night, like, they don't want to pressure themselves to pick a book that is going to live up to Sweep and The Girl Who Drank the Moon. Like, that's not always going to happen, you know? So I'm not like, I'm definitely not expecting to love it as much as Sweep, because that was like my favorite book of 2019, hands down. So, uh, so I'm not expecting to like it that much, but I'm hoping that I like it. So I'm going to try to get that read today. I only have it in physical form, so I might be reading it for a while, like on my breaks, and if it's slow and all that stuff. But but yeah, we'll see. I can stay up later tonight because I don't have to go to work tomorrow. So hopefully I can get this done. If I can't, I'm going to continue the audiobook of The Secret Garden, and see how much I can get done with that. But, you know, it's only the first week, and I've been keeping up with my book a day thing. So I kind of want to see how long I can keep that going. So hopefully I can get something done today. But all right, I will check back in with you hopefully tonight. We'll see. Okay, talk to you later. Bye. Hello, friends. It is Thursday afternoon. I just pulled into my parking spot at home, and I am officially off for a 3-day weekend. Yay! I actually have to go to the dentist tomorrow, which, is never fun, but I usually don't mind the dentist, but I am having some toothy pain, so it might not be a fun visit for me. But I've actually never had a cavity in my life, and I did have my wisdom teeth out a few years ago, but that is like the only dental thing that I've ever had done in my life. So, and I go like regularly to the dentist, so I'm not really sure what's going on with my mouth at the moment, but I'm looking forward to actually figuring out what it is. And it's not like excruciating pain, but it's just like an ache. So I'm thinking I either have a cavity, or my one friend suggested that maybe my tooth is cracked, or maybe TMJ, although at this point it definitely feels like more of my tooth than my jaw. But at the beginning, when it was painful, it kind of felt like I couldn't tell if it was my ear or my jaw or my tooth. So it's getting better, but still, obviously there's something going on with it because it's been like 2 weeks. So, but anyway, you're not here to talk about my teeth. So today at work, I actually finished The Secret Garden. I decided in the end to switch to just listening to an audiobook all day because I was busy because I'm the only secretary there right now. So I was busy all day and I needed to, you know, be actually doing work instead of reading a book, of course. So I didn't get as much of, what was that book? Oh, The Book of Boy. I didn't get as much of that read, but I did read a little on my breaks and stuff of that one too. So, but I finished The Secret Garden, and that is just such a lovely read. My favorite part of that is the relationship between Mary and Colin, and just how, like, Mary understands Colin and uses her own experiences and her own faults as she sees it to pull Colin out of his funk and get him to be, you know, happy in life and be like constructive with his time instead of just moping and crying. So yeah, I love that story. It's so cute. It's very it's a product of its time, let's say. There are things in it that, you know, would be considered problematic today, but I always think of that when I read it in a classic, or even to a point in a historical fiction. If it's portraying something that was prevalent in that time period, I recognize that it's problematic and I move past it. So the majority of the story was really, really awesome. The problematic elements were not so glaring in the story that it marred the rest of the story for me. So now we are moving on to The Book of Boy. I am about 40 pages in at this point, and it is good. It's definitely not going to live up to the other two group reads that we've had in the past, but it is, I mean, it's very interesting. It's I'm probably not far enough into it yet to really give an opinion, so I will talk about this more later. But I think I am going to end this vlog here and call this part 1 of week 1. And I will do a little long weekend vlog to continue on, because I'm realizing that if I'm going to try to talk about a book a day, this is going to get pretty long. So I may have to split my weekly vlogs up into 2 parts in order for you guys not to be sitting there for 45 minutes while I chat. So, all right, friends, when you're seeing this, I will talk to you in a few days. So, happy reading, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.